Have you heard of the Presidential Tracts? It's one of the most popular pockets on Ventura's East End. Homes rarely come up for sale here, and when they do, they sell quickly. In today's video, I'm going to dive into the Presidential Tracts and also some of the incredible amenities that are nearby. So where is it? If you're new here, the city of Ventura sort of runs east to west. We're bordered by the Pacific Ocean / Santa Clara River to the south and the Ventura foothills to the north. The East End is, well, you guessed it, it's over here on the east end of town. Looking at this map, you may be thinking that the East End is sort of, out there, kind of on its own. And you're right, that's, one of the major drawbacks of living over on the East End is you pretty much need a car to get anywhere that you really want to go. Check out this video I made about the pros and cons of living on the East End if you want to learn more. But where are the Presidential Tracts? They're right here, between the 126 freeway and Foothill Road and just west of Kimball Road. This little pocket here is referred to as the Presidential Tracts because the streets are named after presidents. Well, that makes sense. And there are 4 different vintages within the Presidential Tracts. Let's get into it. The original, or the OG Presidential Tract, was built in the 1960s. It's here between Telegraph Road and Eisenhower Street and Harding Avenue and Harmon Barranca. If you're familiar with SoCal architecture, these homes are pretty similar to the single-story tract homes that are common all across the San Fernando Valley and probably most of Los Angeles County. Single-story, sort of, ranch style, generally 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms under 1,500 square feet. The lot sizes average 6,000 to 6,500 square feet, and these were built with attached 2-car garages. Homes here in the OG tract can range from beautifully remodeled to properties that are still mostly in original condition. Let's check out a recent sale and an active listing to better illustrate my point. This home is on Harding. It's beautiful. It's remodeled throughout. I love the floors. It looks like original windows, but it's nice, light, and bright. And this kitchen is gorgeous. Great. This 1,200 square foot home sold in March of 2024 for $865,000. Over to this active listing on Hayes. Looks like they did complete a few upgrades over the years, but the home is still mostly in original condition. It would be easy for me to imagine, a home buyer coming in here, purchasing this and really wanting to kind of start over, if you know what I mean. Nearly 1,500 square feet, this home is listed for $825,000. Depending on when you watch this video, give me a call or send me a text if you'd like to check out this home in person. Moving on to the next vintage, sometimes referred to as Presidential Place, just on the north side of Telegraph Road. Also built in the 1960s, but a few years after the OG tract, Presidential Place is different in that it features mostly 2-story homes. They're also larger, with floor plans ranging between 1,800 and 2,200 square feet, and some of those floor plans featuring 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. The lots are also larger, commonly between 7,500 and 8,500 square feet. I've heard it described as the big sister of sorts to the OG tract. There aren't any homes available for sale in Presidential Place right now, and I actually had to go back to September of 2023 to find the most recent sale, which is this home on Buchanan Avenue. Let's check out some of the photos. I have no issue with painting brick like they did around the fireplace here. What do you think though? Let me know in the comments if this is okay or if this is just a major cardinal sin. Okay, a very pretty home. 1,900 square feet. This one is sold for $980,000 in September of 2023. Next up, the Presidential Estates. Mostly built in the mid-90s, the Presidential Estates include a blend of semi-custom and custom homes. The customs were built by Cherry Construction. Now, some quick background on Cherry Construction. They were very active back in the 80s and the 90s here in Ventura. And to this day, their homes still maintain a great reputation for quality built structures with really functional, amazing floor plans. I sold a Cherry Construction home a few months ago, and it was probably one of the most well-built homes that I have ever sold here in Ventura. That address, if you want to check it out, is 380 San Diego Avenue. Homes in the Presidential Estates are the largest in the Presidential Tracts, averaging 2,500 to 3,500 square feet, with 5-bedroom floor plans pretty common throughout. Sadly, photos of this recent sale over on Roosevelt were removed from the multiple listing service, but we can still see the floor plan here. This 3,300 square foot home sold in July of 2024 for $1,325,000. The one active listing is over on Jackson, and it's actually in escrow right now. It is on the smaller side for the Presidential Estates at 2,000 square feet, but it is sited on a massive 18,000 square foot flag lot. Asking price was $1,150,000, and if I had to guess, I'm going to think this probably sold for at or above that number. The final vintage is Rancho Del Mar. Construction began in 1998 and wrapped up in 2000. Remember 2000? We were told that the world was going to end because of computers or something. Anywho, I personally love Rancho Del Mar. Floor plans range from single-story, 1,700 square foot, 3-bedroom homes, all the way up to 2,800 square foot, 2-story, 5-bedroom homes. Most of the models here feature 2-car garages sited towards kind of the back of the property with a nice carport on the side of the home. It's uncommon to see this design in Ventura, and I think it's super practical. I'm a big fan. Most of the lot sizes in Rancho Del Mar are on the smaller side at about 6,000 square feet, which again, I like because that means that you have a reasonably sized backyard without it being so large that the cost to maintain it becomes kind of like a second mortgage. There aren't any homes actively for sale in Rancho Del Mar, but this recent sale over on Eisenhower is, kind of a good representation of the homes in the community. You can see the garage carport setup that I mentioned. This home had been nicely updated, very pretty throughout. Oh, and one last thing, most floor plans have a 2-car garage with a third space kind of tandem style towards the back. And what a lot of homeowners here in Rancho Del Mar do is they will take that tandem garage space and convert it into an office or a guest suite or guest bedroom, adding square footage onto their home. You can see here they kind of made this one into an office. Just over 2,000 square feet, this home sold in May of 2024 for $1,125,000. So what are these amazing amenities that I said were nearby the Presidential Tracts? For starters, Harmon Canyon. If you like to hike, bike, run, or walk in a beautiful outdoor setting, Harmon Canyon is the place for you. This 2,100 acre preserve opened in 2020 and is home to oak groves, coastal sage, a seasonal creek, and A+ mountain and ocean views. Free to use, open dawn to dusk every single day, and welcoming to leashed dogs on the main road. Ventura Community Park, or as locals refer to it, Kimball Park, is a 94-acre site with 6 soccer fields, a 1.4-mile paved walking trail, 3 softball fields, and the Ventura Aquatic Center, with a kids' water park and 50-meter competition pool. Located just south of the Presidential Tracts, do not be surprised if you find yourself here pretty frequently. And finally, the center, or at least that's what I think it's officially called. My wife and I refer to it as the Kimball Shopping Center. Here you can find local coffee legend Simone's Coffee, shout out to Simone and Kurt, the owners, Ace Hardware, CVS, Smart and Final, and Two Trees Restaurant. There's also a Chase Bank and several more small businesses that are worth checking out. I also want to give an honorable mention to Juanamaria Park. Now, if pickleball is your thing, the Ventura Pickleball Club meets here at Juanamaria Park every single week. Go check out their Facebook if you're interested in learning more and possibly joining that group. All right, that's it for the Presidential Tracts. Let me know down below in the comments which of the 4 vintages you could see yourself living in. If you have any questions about the Ventura real estate market or community, just give me a shout. My contact information is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.